And thank you for inviting, firstly. Looking forward to this conversation.
Awesome. So, like, what's been upon your mind? Like, what are you focusing on these days? What are the main projects you're focusing
All
on?
right. So, currently, my focus is content branding and strategy. I'm helping clients with that. We have a small team of an editor and a scriptwriter. We are working on a few videos with a couple of clients. So that's going on. I've also been working with a Web3 company lately. So been helping with their Twitter content a bit. So yeah, here and there projects are running as well as bounties. I've been exploring the bounty space a bit lately. So yeah, that's working.
Got it. Got it. So, like, tell us more about the content creation space. I saw your video. You said that it was like partly automated by AI, and it was a very well made video about a Web3 concept called as wormhole. So maybe we can dive into that too. But before that, tell about how you're delegating. Is that a small startup that you started, and which sort of clients are you working with?
Okay. So currently, the client thing is a completely Web2 thing. Like they are normal
Hmm,
clients like hospitals and stuff like that.
hmm,
The Web3 company I'm working with is a different thing, and the bounties are mostly in the Web3 space.
hmm,
So as you asked about the video project, how I automated it, I started off with ChatGPT, of course, to help me with scripts of the Wormhole project. Wormhole is a Web3 project. Um, so I did not want to dive I did not have as much time to invest in that, in studying the topic. So I accelerated the learning speed with ChatGPT. I fed it all the wormhole key website and all the documentation of that project. It just brought out some points through which I got to know more about the video or the project. I say here I got the script with the most important points. And as a bounty requires you to make it as engaging, fun, and analogies dalke. So I asked ChatGPT to do the same. So ChatGPT became my script writer for this video project. And once I had the script, I asked moonvalley.ai karke ek, tool
hmm,
hai that generates sort of GIFs or visuals, AI
hmm,
wale.
hmm.
So I asked it to. You can even the video ka thumbnail and a few clips in the video are made from that tool. So that happened. So clips and scripts are made by AI, and this happened while the deadline of the bounty was 5 hours. I only had 5 hours to come up with a script, come edit the video, ship it, thumbnail and everything. Oh, yes, all that happened with the help of AI within 5 hours. And fortunately, we won the bounty
Oh,
globally.
awesome.
So,
Wow.
globally, there were 65 submissions
Okay.
from countries like Nigeria, everywhere. Like, it's a global thing. So,
Hmm,
bounty is a global competition.
hmm,
The stage is open, everyone from everywhere. In fact, the first prize and second prize were won from people from Nigeria. So they were pros, like a complete production studio with professional cameras and stuff.
hmm.
Here I am playing with AI generated clips sitting in India, and we won it on the global stage. So it felt a bit proud that whoa, we represented India on the global stage.
Awesome.
But yeah, that happened.
Got it. And like the second startup that you're working on, tell us more about that.
Okay, sure. So that company is currently working on permanent storage solution. So store one thing on cloud with one-time payment, and your data is stored for 200 years at least.
Hmm.
So that is an interesting project. I felt the team is really cool. The folks are super smart and brilliant. Young uh, is the Discord noise. Will the Discord noise be in the recording as well? Okay, let's skip that.
Um,
Uh,
is my microphone sounding weird?
no, it's loud and clear. I'm just worried about the in notification sounds. No worries.
No, no, no. I'm not getting any notifications.
Okay, okay. So moving on, coming back to the permanent storage wala startup, it's more of a global company again, not just a startup, but yeah, it's a blockchain project. Let's keep it like that. So I don't know how much am I allowed to reveal. It's already in the public domain, so there's nothing much to hide as well.
So
That's that. I'm not one of the core members on the startup that I'm working on. I just joined the team and helping them with the content. So yes, still in the early phase, I would say.
got it. So you're making content for them too.
Yeah, yeah.
And like is that with same AI in the loop and like you've hired editors too for that? Like or is it
Mm.
all you?
They have their own editor, so that's sorted.
Hmm.
And we do take help of AI at times when there's something there's something like creative block or we are stuck on a blank canvas. So how we do chip in the chat GPT or Gemini or something like that.
Hmm. Got it. Got it. So and for people who are like जिनको और भी इंटरेस्ट होता है बाउंटीज में like how can they find it like in which are the top among you have participated in? Tell us more about that whole
Uh,
space.
yeah, bounties are for someone who's new to bounties. Bounties are just missions that you are given that create something of this sorts, and that's an open project, open to all. So I participated in one from NAS Academy or NAS Daily का
Hmm.
जो venture है. They have put projects out there ki you just create a video. If you are a video creator, there are video bounties. If you are a writer, then there are content bounties. If you're a developer, then there are developer type ke bounties that create this kind of app or website or SDK. You are given all the documentation and resources. So there are various kinds of bounties. Just like bounties are just gigs, freelance gigs. So
But they are
that you cannot even
competitive.
they are competitive. So this is not the regular freelance thing. Just अंदर you have to send approvals, send quotations, get onto meetings. No such hassles. No client ki jhanjat. If they like your work, if your work is showing that quality, you get paid. You get paid nice because you won it. Because you earned it at a global stage. So fortunately, Web3 has that money as of now because the market is in a booming
Yeah.
stage right now. So yeah, for now it's good. For now, meaning 2024. What's the date? 23rd May, on which we are recording this. If you are in the Web3 space and you got quality skills, you can surely hop onto it. I work with. I have their logo right now. It's Super Team.
Mm-hmm.
Super Team is the
Yeah.
DAO. How do I explain DAO? DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization, which is a sort of a Web3 community slash company जहाँ पे there's no as such hierarchy, but a lot of people come together. Super Team is a collective of creatives
Hmm.
जहाँ पे हर टाइप के लोग आपको मिल जाएंगे कंटेंट राइटर्स कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स डेवलपर्स everyone like
Hmm.
legal circuit everything that is in web 2 is also in web 3 just it is all web 3 kaha jata hai but in the end it's the same talent doing the same quality stuff with companies who are working on blockchain in the crypto space
Hmm.
and that's pretty much it. I worked with nas and super team so far in the bounty space
Hmm.
that has worked out for me. At least there might be many more platforms, but these two super team at least is something that I can vouch for.
Hmm. So you're actively part of the super team network and community.
Yeah, so they have a wonderful community in cities across India and globe.
Hmm.
So our city is fortunate enough. Vadodara is fortunate enough to have an active community. Like even our community won a global best community award in recent months. So we are proud of that. So fortunately, our city has that Web3 Vadodara ecosystem active with folks who are knowledgeable and skilled in the space. So yes, once you get around those folks, you automatically get involved in such bounties and projects and things like that, because interchanging of information and learning takes place. We regularly have meetups, dinners, and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So yeah, the community plays a significant role.
Wow. So like,
If your
hmm.
sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, yeah.
Many such cities in India have these communities. So on Super Team, you can check if your city has a community, or you can even host one if you want.
Hmm. And this was a quick intro about like when was Super Team DAO started and like what was their mission, and like I think it was started by Tanmay Bhatt and the other folk, I forgot his name. So tell us about more about that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's start. Tanmay Bhatt is one of the core members. There is a complete core team of Akshay. There's another guy called Akshay BD on Twitter,
Hmm.
and there's the Danda. So
Hmm.
skipping all the names, like I don't want to miss out any names, but yes, you can check out the. I don't know that I'm promoting Super Team too much, but yeah, they are super awesome folks, a cool community. You can check them out on YouTube or Twitter. They started back in lockdown, I feel.
Hmm.
So quite some time now. The entire DAO has a GDP of around $1 million as of now.
Wow.
So they have created opportunities for a lot of folks globally. So they are super cool DAO to work with.
So like what are the fields do they primarily the team works in, like content creation being one, and what are the other like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we can surely dive. I would like to answer that with the visual representation, if I
got it,
may.
got it, got it.
So let's hop on to the Super Team ka website if possible. Would that be okay? Like
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
screen
you
share?
can
Like,
share the screen.
okay, perfect. Okay, so we are on to Super Team ki website. Let me just turn off dark mode. Okay, I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you can see, is it stuttering or okay, this is fine.
Yeah, it is fine.
So the categories in are content, design and development, and there are also other. So if we go into content for now, or let me know if your audience is into development, so we can go into development.
Yeah, the audience
Mm,
is general, like you can share like macro level.
right. So there was my name as a recent winner.
Hmm.
Okay. So not trying to brag much, but yeah, the content gigs are somewhat like this. So as I said, it's global. So people from Philippines, Brazil, then Germany, Japan, everyone has their own projects. To if we go on to watch some more projects, for example, we can apply for, or I personally work on uh, videos. So let's go on and search video. So, for example, this project, which is into decentralized finance, DeFi, they want a short video on their project. So, let's just, for example, I'm not promoting this project or anything, but what we have to do is understand their needs, requirements, how they want the project to be. If we have any questions, we can ask them on Discord.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's how we get the guidelines of how we should create the video. And then we are just supposed to submit it here.
Got it,
Okay.
got it.
And we have for this bounty, we have 5 days, 3 hours left.
Hmm.
And if we are, and so far there are only 12 submissions. So
Hmm.
you get the amount of chances, like you get the probability of
Hmm.
your winning chances. Of the lesser the submissions, higher the chances.
Hmm.
And as we can see on top here, more money, fewer problems. So the
Hmm.
prize amount here is higher than average, is what this statement is trying to tell.
Got it.
The first prize will get $750 of USDC. USDC is just
Hmm.
USD ka crypto version
Hmm.
for folks who are new to crypto. So yes, you get paid this amount into your crypto wallet, and then you can just trade that USDC to INR if you wish, and that's how you get the
Got it.
the payment in India.
Got it. So, like folks who are interested in this space, simply जाना है to the website of Super Team DAO or maybe NAS Academy. There are opportunities in development, design, and content creation. You can find your bounty. And like, how can you interact with the community? Is there a Discord server or what is the primary source of communication there?
Right. नास अकेडमी पे रेगुलरली बाउंटीज नहीं होती, वो तो
हाँ
कभी वंस इन अ ब्लू
हाँ
मून देयर इज अ पब्लिक प्रोजेक्ट. So let's just focus on Super Team for now. So Super Team has a community on Discord. You can go there, ask questions. There's a welcoming community, and if you want to find a local, real world community around you, there's again cities ke communities. Once again, there's one in Ahmedabad, Surat, um, Pune, Bangalore, as of course, no exception. Uh, so yeah, there are real world communities, Discord पे communities है. There is also one on Telegram, but
हम्म हम्म
Telegram का उतना active नहीं है maybe.
हम्म
But हाँ, Web3 communities in general are super active on Twitter. Twitter is their first platform.
हम्म
Then goes Discord is the second, where Web3 communities live. So Twitter and Discord are the places to go.
Got it. So this is super great. Talking about offline events, you recently hosted a major offline event in your city, Vadodara. Um,
Yeah.
so tell us more about that, how that came to be, and yeah.
Okay.
And it was like
So that you check that.
you stuttered a bit. Let me just check my Wi-Fi. I think it's fine now. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
So, and like you shared on Telegram, like it was like a Bangalore level tech event in your home city. So, yeah, tell about that.
Right. Right. So thanks for checking that out firstly. And
Hmm.
yeah, that is a different organization altogether. There's a community altogether. Ichai karke hai.
Hmm.
So they host such startup events all over the world.
Hmm.
And we were fortunate enough to get that opportunity to host it in Baroda or Vadodara. So our city has two names, Baroda or Vadodara. So I called it Baroda to compare it with Bangalore because that is the feedback I got from one of the attendees who also been to Bangalore ki meetups of startups. And he said that this almost felt like I came to Bangalore in Baroda. So we always wanted to have that startup ecosystem in Baroda, where folks from startups, founders, startup enthusiasts, everyone gathers at one place to share their ideas, to learn from the seasoned entrepreneurs in the hall. And fortunately, we were capable enough to create that vibe. And yeah, we are
And by
just
we, you mean like your startup?
No, it's not a startup, but it's just more of a community thing. So we, as in me, Ichai, and its part. Ichai is the community. Ichai Ventures is the brand
Hmm.
which organize or which gives us the venue community
Hmm.
distribution. So we, as in the our community, Ichai, or community of Ichai Ventures, partnered together, and we were able to create this vibe in our city to bring 40 odd folks from startup backgrounds and enthusiasts and
Hmm.
students, working professionals. Everyone was under one roof, just exchanging ideas, connecting with each other. So that felt like a win of being able to create that ecosystem in my own city.
So, yeah. So, startup and tech community in tier 2 cities are now like thriving. It seems like Bangalore and Delhi are not the only places where these things happen now. Maybe you can even start with at this point in your city finding folks and setting up events. Anyone can do that at this point now. So that's a great thing. Another interesting thing I found at your LinkedIn was that you had previously worked with JAP Kapoor. So how was that? How did that came to be?
Even that came through Twitter. So one such day I was just scrolling Twitter, and I happened to come across Jay's tweet that he was looking for content strategist in his team.
Hmm.
I just reached out, okay, hey there, I've been into the tech space.
You cold
And
emailed him.
I also, it was called DMing on Twitter.
Hmm.
So for folks who consider social media as time pass, just make sure you come across the right or
Hmm.
you follow the right people on the
Hmm.
social media, and you will come
Hmm.
across opportunities that will land you in places which folks who are avoiding social media might not be able to reach. So, no offense to the folks who are avoiding social media, even they are working. The jokes apart, but yes, social media does have such pros that if you are in the right place at the right time and right posts or stories or such opportunities come across your feed, you consider yourself blessed and you should just grab them with both hands. And I did the same. I just told DM that I can do this. Let's connect. And very next, in a few days, I was working with their team on just brainstorming ideas. What kind of ideas should go onto their Jay Kapoor's reels?
Hmm.
So yes, we were in the content pipeline of how ideas are generated for his reels, like creating the entire reel ka database, how which analyzing which reels are performing well, how to repurpose the ones that are performing well. So yes, the entire strategic content jazz we were involved into that. I did that for 3 or 4 months, if I'm not wrong.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was a great learning experience. Really cool folks in his team as well, which we are able to see. Like even his team is nowadays in the limelight, or even in his videos.
Hmm.
But yeah, super cool experience.
So ये काफी fascinating है कि how the top creators of the country like ideate कैसे करते हैं, script कैसे करते हैं content, because you see the face of the content creator पर उसके पीछे काफी कुछ चल रहा होता है. So how is the ideation process, like कितने लोगों की टीम थी आपकी, and what were like the things you had to brainstorm about, and क्या आपको was Jay in the loop constantly और क्या बताया गया था?
Okay, perfect. So yes, you rightly pointed out, okay, the amount of brains that go behind creating that one viral reel. Um, is something that's behind the curtains. But I don't know how much I'm allowed to share. But we had a good team of 3 or 4 folks who worked on ideas. And it's Jay's special, Jay's unique content style. His style is quite unique, especially back in the early days when he was just starting out, right? So his reels looked really simple, and but his ideas or the topics he touched upon were truly that viral content, right? He would just have a phone in front and uh, shoot reels right out of his mind. It would seem like that, but the amount of brainstorming and creativity that went behind just choosing the right topic, the right words, the right clippings that came
Hmm.
across. Yes, that was the real icing on the cake, or the secret recipe of the master, which we had a bit to learn, because coming across several ideas that were submitted, only a few were selected. So that it had a complete approval process. So yeah, it wasn't as simple as it looked in front
Hmm.
of the camera.
Hmm.
But yes, the minds behind bringing those ideas to the table were equally creative, were equally cool. And yeah, it was, I don't know, I'm repeating my sentences maybe, but it was quite an experience.
Yeah. And if you could share, like, what were the for ideation and brainstorming, which sources were you using? What was that about?
Okay, so there were no specific sources as such, but because we, the team members, were also just geeks or who are active all over the internet. तो ऐसे कुछ भी हटके ऐसा लगे तो we come across it, right? You and you
Hmm.
seem to be one such geek. So
Hmm.
any new thing that is just released in the Silicon Valley, or any new product or feature that seems just out of the world, kind of. So we just need to present it in a creative manner, right? So just we come across any such cool thing, we need to present it in a creative manner in which, especially in Hindi, right? कि हमारी Jay
Hmm.
Kapoor's audience
Hmm.
is Jay Kapoor's content is mainly in English, right?
हिंदी में बोलते हैं
So
हाँ.
yes, so it was, huh, nothing, no specific sources as such. It was just um coming across cool stuff all over the internet.
Got it.
Yeah,
So
that
ऐसी
was.
कोई one go to place नहीं है cool finding के लिए, just nerding out on the internet is the key.
Yeah, but you can collect sources at one place. So this is not from his team, but there's a place called Feedly, if you are
Okay.
aware,
No.
Feedly, where you can create categories like tech, business, and stuff. You can add multiple sources in one category. So, for example, tech के अंदर आपने डाल दिया websites which post cool things. So at Feedly में your feed will have top content from all those websites. So you will easily come across the trendy stuff or the top stuff in the category you created
Got it.
on daily basis.
Hmm. And another thing I found on your LinkedIn was that you beta tested Varun Mayer's previous startup, Avalon.
Yeah.
So how was that about?
Okay. Wow. Good old days. You researched really well, Shaurya.
Thank.
Claps for that. Uh, So yes, we were fortunate enough to be active in the Avalon community of
Hmm.
Varun Maya. So right from early days of 2018, 19,
Shit.
community was on
Um.
Telegram, right?
Your
So
Wait a
my
minute.
video is
Just wait a minute. The internet got super messed up.
video is stuck.
I think it's fine now.
Am I audible or
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're audible. Yeah, it's fine.
my internet issue?
It's fine now, so we can get.
Uh,
It's still bad? I think it's fine. Am I audible?
Perfect. Okay, so where
Yeah.
were we? Okay,
Varun
okay,
Mayer's
back.
Avalon Days.
Okay, back to the Avalon days now. So firstly, we were on Telegram, then we moved to Discord. Right. So and after Discord was overfilled, he thought of creating his own app,
Hmm.
and that's how we went to the app game of Avalon Scenes.
So how was like, cause I was not I had heard about the Avalon days, but I was not part of that. So like
Okay.
how active was the Avalon community? Was Varun very active there?
Yes, and especially he replied to all everyone's DMs. Like even would it be 3 a.m. or times like that? We were night owls, so
Hmm.
that happened. Like he actually got in touch with the community members and the members who were active, right? So Avalon had each had real world communities, communities in regions, cities specifically. So there was an Ahmedabad community, Ahmedabad Avalon community meetups happened. We had one in Vadodara. I created a Vadodara Avalon community group. So I got into the admins group of Avalon Army, as we called it. Yeah, he was active. Like we communicated over on Google Meet calls. Like all the admins came to one place, strategized how the community should work. I still have maybe screenshots from those days on my Instagram stories, archives of how we how all the admins of every city got on the call with him, and yeah, the community was really active, and how he marketed it like the smartest community of India, of young Indian folks, or in that manner, and it actually pulled the smart folks because his audience was like that. And it was really interesting to see all the smart folks gather in one audio room on Discord, discussing things like psychology, philosophy, and everything. Like even folks from other influencer folks hopped in. You might have seen the connections of Varun Maya now, but even back in the days, it was top notch. So it felt impossible to just have this founder hop into the audio room just normal college students are in, and communicate with them, get real-time feedback of how the app is, or how the product is, or how the community is. He used to be in the debate or quiz competitions inside such communities where group leaders were being elected. So each and every leader or admin were the titles were earned through competitions or by proving themselves in public grounds, even though the grounds were virtual. But that happened, and he was constantly in touch. So that happened. Different houses were created based on some cool themes like Izanagi and Japanese stuff. So let's not go get too nostalgic, but yes, his involvement in the community was intense, and hence even today we can see folks from the Avalon days are still having a different level of connection with Varun and the Avalon folks. Like even if anyone says that I was an Avalon army member back in the day, the person absolutely feels a different level of connection with that folk. And I still have friends contact. I've just saved it as Avalon after their name, and we are still connected. We still have real good connections. Um, yeah, he was real good. Varun had real good connection with everyone. Everyone तो हमारे बहुत सारे लोगों के साथ, and he built that connection through DMs or through talking with everyone. So, हाँ, I think I should choose my words wisely because I don't know कहाँ तक ये जाएगा recording, but hope this reaches the right place. Hope I will use the words rightly. That was that.
And a small trivia, like now Varun chose to start another Discord server known as Breakdown, if you are aware of that. And
Yes, I am a member,
yeah,
but not super active there.
yeah. So small trivia, it tried in the beginning. Varun was active, then I was also made admin there for a bit. Yeah,
Okay.
and
Good.
then it fell into the rebels, and now sadly the Discord is not that active. Anyways, so
Yeah.
talking about Avalon scenes, yeah, whoa, what was that like? How did you get the opportunity to be that beta tester, and how was that like?
Oh, a lot of the people who were in the such communities on Discord or Telegram, they were given the beta access, come the beta app ka link, and a lot of us who were even on his, he used to post it on his Instagram story. Can we have certain openings, like only a certain number of people can download it. You would require invites and stuff like that to get into the app. Fortunately, we got the invite and we were one of the first folks to get into the app. We started using it. We started sending feedbacks right across to the in DMs to Varun and his team. So that happened, and yeah, we were just
And
using it. Uh,
then the company went business facing. The community app
hmm.
इतना अच्छा उसका feedback नहीं आया. So why do you think that it had to shut down the app?
Um, uh, let's. It's more of a pivot rather than a shutdown. So yeah, they pivoted from D to C, say like a B to B, and I think it was a global trend. Like we saw it with Clubhouse as well. Like the people who used Clubhouse when the hype was there, and it was gone. And I don't know if anyone uses Clubhouse till date, right? So I think it was a hype cycle where people
Hmm.
saw that there was opportunity. Even the folks from the company would have learned the lesson. It's hard to change people's behavior, or people's behavior can change in seasons, right? So I feel it was more of a people's behavioral choice, like touch voice community wale feature also came onto Instagram, Twitter, but how many of us still use them is the question, right? So again, some people still use Twitter Spaces,
Hmm.
but that's a completely different class of people,
Hmm.
right? The people who would be scrolling on Instagram would never opt for hopping onto or religiously going through Twitter Spaces. It's a completely different kind of audience that you should cater to. And I think it made more sense in the B2B space where companies need to work on, they have their own teams and they need to be collaborated with. I think it was a really good exit from a founder's point of view. And even his founding team got a relatively good exit to be able to work on all the crazy ideas and products we are seeing today.
Hmm. Now it has been sold to an academy and Graphy, and like it's a good story. It's a good end to the story.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's that. Talking about hype cycle, this is that part where we can dive into the crypto and Web3 type space.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
so a lot of people joined or saw crypto at that 2020 hype cycle, and
Perfect.
then they left when like
Yeah.
things got bad. Now it's again optimistic. So ऐसी hype cycles क्यों आते हैं crypto में? Why is that the
Mm.
case?
Okay. So hype cycles is a good topic to touch on, especially with crypto. पर हम देखने जाए तो सिर्फ क्रिप्टो में नहीं, बहुत सारी चीजों में आती है. Like even in our
Hmm.
stock market से लेके everything that goes on a graph or is financially connected, there are connections, there are rises and troughs.
Hmm.
So is a rise and fall in everything financial, I feel.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, crypto is one such thing, no doubt. Most people entered the 2020 or 21 ka cycle where there were NFTs and stuff like that. I entered in the same age where NFTs and people have the NFT from some person who from India who bought it
Hmm.
at $69 million.
Hmm.
So that happened. The NAS created a complete hype around it. So I got into the entire ecosystem, and there were again scholarship or fellowship around the same. I applied for that. Got into out of 4,000 plus applicants globally for that fellowship, NAS
Wow.
Academy ka crypto creator fellowship that was called. I got into top 150.
Wow.
Couldn't make it to the top 50. But yeah, even that was an experience to get that seriously into the topic. And the community that later on I got $100 ka koi course from NAS Academy for free. I got into that, but the community that the course brought was not free. So
Hmm.
they paid the amount. I won that $100 ka crypto course. The community that came with it actually paid the $100. So the community was the prize for me because connections were made from all over the world again. Like people who were really into crypto, like NFT artists से लेके the people who built NFT projects with real world usability, utility. Um, Fortunately, I got in touch with them, and yes, I that's how I got into the ecosystem when there was a hype cycle, and then there was a crash. Again,
Hmm.
people started losing belief in NFTs and everything.
Hmm.
So this is what we are saying as 22, 23.
Hmm.
There was no hype around crypto. The hopes were dead. Crypto, अपना Bitcoin का price was around $15,000 maybe.
Hmm.
Around that, अभी 69, 70 के ऊपर चला गया है, right? And
All time
Yes,
high.
even when yes, all time high पे पहुंच गया. But even when the Bitcoin was around the 15K wala mark, the people who were building on the tech of blockchain, say for example Polygon, if anyone can is are aware of Polygon, the project that builds on the tech, the ecosystem, the infrastructure of Web3.
Hmm.
Such companies were still building. So
Hmm.
my friends who are into development of Web3 projects, who are Web3 devs, they're still building stuff. The crash did not affect them as much because they are still creating the infrastructure in the
They were
backend.
not in it for the hype.
Exactly. They were not in it for the hype or the quick money through NFTs and stuff. They were building real backbone of the Web3 infrastructure or the crypto infrastructure, the blockchain. So they literally understood uh, bare bones of the subject matter. They are still building, and such hypes or the pump and dump market doesn't really affect the ones who are really building in the ecosystem. So if anyone's new in the ecosystem, I would say just stay aware of what kind of project you are dealing with, because we were taught that 99% of the projects can be scam in this market,
Hmm.
especially where there golden eggs or quick money or huge amount of money in front of you. But yeah, be careful because 99% of the times it can be scam.
Hmm.
So just stay aware that you are in that 1% where real game, long term.
So
So yeah,
talking about
keep
like
that.
I'm now fine ना. So a lot of audience काफी सारे लोग एकदम naive होंगे या new होंगे this Bitcoin and crypto and Web3 spaces. So like a super macro, super spaced out, quick history. Uh, Not even that कि Bitcoin कब start हुआ था वैसे नहीं, but like
Uh-huh.
in the 5 or 10 years, like the what were the major events which has led to us, and what are the like the main frontiers now which we have to tackle, the community has to tackle. Super macro level.
Okay. Okay. So let's start from the things that are unique to crypto. Okay. So firstly, the thing that is sold along with the Web3 word is decentralization.
Hmm.
Like there's no one central authority,
Hmm.
which is still a doubt in most of the crypto
Hmm.
projects,
Hmm.
so-called crypto projects. Um, Bitcoin still keeps it real. Like we don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is, the person who made Bitcoin. The why he made is a super cool story that we can go on till cows come back.
Hmm.
Yesterday was Bitcoin Pizza Day, जहाँ पे we celebrated the first ever day जहाँ पे Bitcoin was used to buy something in the real world.
Hmm.
Okay, so that was pizzas.
Hmm.
काफी लोगों के favorite.
One of the most
That
expensive
story
pizzas ever they would be.
it's ever, right?
Yeah.
So let's keep that story for a different episode.
Huh.
Moving on, तो Bitcoin से there were exchanges happening, normal financial वाले.
Yeah.
गाड़ियों के आवाज आएंगे. Okay. So moving on after Bitcoin, main shifts कह सकते हैं in the Ethereum space where Ethereum made money programmable. तो जहाँ पे crypto programmable. So smart contracts came into the picture. Smart contracts are nothing but just programs that execute themselves when a certain condition is met. So crypto became programmable with Ethereum. And once that happened, we have other new projects like Solana, Wormhole, Shardium, a lot of projects in the limelight, which are trying to use this blockchain layer in various applications like storage, syndicate, data decentralization, um, logistics के लिए shipping companies are now using blockchain layer to just keep the content permanently on a public database ledger. वही सारी चीजें आप एक बार अगर आप ब्लॉकचेन की दुनिया में घुसोगे तो यही सारे वर्ड्स आपके इर्द गिर्द घूमते रहेंगे. And
तो quick overview. सबसे पहले Bitcoin launched it popularized blockchain transaction through the decentralized transaction it popularized. Then came Ethereum, which made blockchain programmable in a way. And then another layer came with Solana and these which are using now blockchain for various other applications like dApps and DAOs, which is a super team is a DAO, decentralized application. So now this is the new frontier. So tell about that. What is Web3 now, uh, and so on.
Okay. Okay, so Web3 in general is said to be by three words: read, write, own. Own is the third generation जो हमें मिल रहा है. Like इससे पहले Web2 में we could read and write on the internet. Post हम लिख सकते हैं on Instagram, Twitter, which is considered as Web2. इसके पहले ज़माने में Web1 was only where we can read information that was presented on static websites. तो दीज आर द थ्री जनरेशन जिसकी वजह से ओन वाला फैक्टर अभी वेब थ्री में कहा जा रहा है कि यू विल ओन द कंटेंट दैट यू पोस्ट ऑन अ वेब थ्री सोशल मीडिया. तो अभी इफ यू गो ऑन social media, Web3 social media called Walkcast. There are many versions, Web3 versions of the prevalent Web2 social media sites. You can, many people would have seen it in reels and stuff. You can check out the Web3 version wale social media and how you are able to own the content there. मैंने Walkcast का नाम अभी इसलिए लिया क्योंकि that is creating waves in the market of how you are able to monetize your content and things like that. But there are many such Web3 social medias. Just go check them out. हर जगह पे लॉगिन के लिए आपका यूजर नेम पासवर्ड तो शायद ही होगा. लाइक यू आर यू शुड कनेक्ट योर वॉलेट on such sites, or that is your single identification across chains. During your explanation of how Ethereum के बाद हम Solana is another layer तो नहीं कह सकते, वो अलग blockchain ही है. Blockchain के अंदर multiple layers होते हैं, that is correct. But Solana is another blockchain in itself. Ethereum is another blockchain in itself, and so is Bitcoin. So Solana is making transactions cheaper compared to Ethereum. Transaction is still costlier, इसलिए उसके Ethereum के अंदर और layers बनती है, like Polygon is another layer हम कह सकते हैं. So again, it's getting, without getting much into the technical difficulties or technicalities. हाँ, Web3 अंदर थोड़ा ऐसा लगता है कि क्या ही होगा, राइट. हमारी प्राइवेसी, वी मोस्ट पीपल डोंट रियली केयर अबाउट प्राइवेसी वाइल स्क्रोलिंग इंस्टाग्राम कि हम कितना डेटा दे रहे हैं to advertisers or Instagram to show them ads and monetizing our attention. So yeah, I feel for the ones who are interested, go check out more about Web3 from good sources like Super Team, or like Super Team has their own documentation of or introduction for folks who are new to Web3 and stuff. तो हाँ, सच ऐसे अच्छे सोर्सेज के पास से आप सीख सकते हो Web3 के बारे में, and hopefully you will have a good journey in Web3 space.
Yeah. And just a minute, how much time do you have remaining so we can space the question according to that?
I'll just need a water break. We can just let you know how many questions do we have.
However you can go on, like 15 आधा घंटा, it's fine with me. I'm free.
Okay. So should we go 15 more minutes?
Got it. Awesome. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so now, like, what are the like upcoming things on which you can eye on in crypto and Web3 space? क्या नए frontiers है which we have to tackle on?
Okay. There are a lot of new things to look front. ऐसे बोलो यार, like there are too many things happening in the world right now. AR, VR से लेके AI से लेके blockchain और crypto और Web3 is just one piece in this whole vast universe. So it's hard to pinpoint of what you should look at, because I myself am all over the place. Like I'm also into AR, VR stuff that is happening. AI is currently the hype cycle, we can say. But yes, I don't know, to be honest, and I'm not the best person to answer this question because I myself am keeping my eyes out to all the frontiers that we can look forward to, because there are robotics uh, shifts, major shifts happening in the robotic space. Neuralink ने अपने chips test करने शुरू कर दिए. I was recently reading the trial of the first person who got Neuralink
Hmm.
implanted and how he's controlling his computer
Hmm.
like normal people
Hmm.
just by his thoughts,
Hmm.
which seemed unworldly to me
Hmm.
because just imagining is insane. And out of all this, if saying that just keep an eye out for Web3 or crypto seems too narrow minded to me.
Hmm.
So I would say that keep your eyes open to literally all the spaces because automation is hitting everywhere. Even with automation in content writing, we are still getting paid to write content. So that job has still not gone yet. You just need to shake hands with the machine instead of making it your enemy. Work with AI, I would say. If you are into coding, code with AI. If you are into just making business decisions, make decisions with the help of AI. So yeah, I would say key synergize with everything that is around you in tech. I think that soon, in some time, we won't even know that this something is Web3. Like Reddit has integrated NFTs in a normal form without even calling it NFTs. So हाँ, most things will go into abstraction. जिन्हें abstraction नहीं पता, abstraction is just कि कोई चीज will go under the hood और आपको पता भी नहीं होगा कि उसके पीछे कौन सी टेक्नोलॉजी है. तो जस्ट लाइक इन टुडेज वर्ल्ड वी डू नॉट नो कि इंस्टाग्राम कौन सी लैंग्वेज से बना है या कौन से टेक स्टैक पे बना है. मोस्ट थिंग्स गो अंडर एब्स्ट्रैक्शन. वैसे ही वेब 3 जो अभी मार्केटिंग की टर्म है, वो हाइप एवरीथिंग अराउंड, या एआई जो अभी मार्केटिंग की टर्म है, टू गेट इन्वेस्टमेंट्स आउट ऑफ नोवेयर. तो ऐसी चीजें आई फील विल मोस्टली गो अंडर द हुड. We won't even under notice ke, oh it's AI, or oh it's Web3, oh it's crypto, oh it's NFTs. तो हाँ, ये terms कुछ I feel should go under the hood, under abstraction. And yeah, keep your eyes out on literally everything. A lot of cool things are happening in the world right now. Yeah, that would be my go-to statement.
Yeah, so two important points made कि tech progress बहुत accelerating है, tech growth in itself accelerate करती है, so like पूरी space overwhelming हो जाती है. पॉइंट नंबर टू कि जो ये क्रिप्टो है, एआई है, these are general purpose technology and you don't need to like focus on these hype words. Like these go into the products that we are using and वो उनकी capabilities को enhance कर देता है. So focus on the use cases of that rather than the hype
Exactly.
terms that get thrown around.
Exactly.
Got it. So
Yeah.
going back to the crypto saga, like I think the main thing which caused crypto to crash was the SBF thing which happened. So
A lot of such factors were come into picture because such a huge crash, or such a distrust creating event happens once in a blue moon, right?
hmm,
A lot of factors does come into play, do come into play because when we see when banks ka interest rate and everything changes, the price gold and crypto changes on the other side. So it depends on the belief system of people. कि उनका भरोसा कहाँ पे है? Is it on the traditional economy, the banks? Like, is it going into recession? तो अभी recession vibes आ रही है, war vibes है. So a lot of if people who are into economics or global economics would understand or would connect the dots. So, traditional economics जब खतरे में होती है तब people start looking into alternatives. People start investing more into gold and other things. And I'm not just by people, I do not mean just you and me, but also the whales and sharks in the investing market. BlackRock से लेके कुछ भी ले लो, the big mafias with trillions of dollars of funds with them, where they put money, वहाँ पे market ऊपर नीचे जाती है. So if they are investing right now, जैसे कि जब Bitcoin went low, news where the whales are the people who uh, invest a lot of money in crypto. जैसे कि sharks क्या कहा जाता है in the Web2 world, for that time में sharks जिन्हें कहा जाता है, are Web2 people, Web3 में उनको whales कहा जाता है. So where people, where such companies put a lot of money, वहाँ पे पूरी markets जाती है. So I think that the fan is off on your end.
Yeah.
इसकी वजह से पसीना आ रहा है.
Yeah, I switched off
I hope
this.
fan का ज़्यादा आवाज नहीं आ रहा.
हाँ, नहीं यार.
Okay, perfect. तो हाँ, hope मैं ज़्यादा बोलते ना जाऊँ और आप गर्मी में सफर ना करें. बट हाँ, इकोनॉमिक्स का बैलेंसिंग चलता रहता है. अभी फॉर एग्जांपल बैंक ने अपना फेड रेट्स कुछ ज़्यादा चेंज नहीं किए, तो लोगों का अभी उधर ट्रस्ट भी है. बट रिसेशन फीवर है अभी भी. लाइक वॉर्स आर गोइंग ऑन ग्लोबली. कहीं पे भी इकोनॉमी ठीक हो सकती है. तो इज एट एन ऑल टाइम हाई फॉर नाउ. हाँ, जस्ट it's just the dots which are interconnected. Just you have a bigger picture in sight, and everything will hopefully make sense.
So जब भी जो ट्रेडिशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस होते हैं व्हेन उधर कुछ भी दिक्कत होती है, so people then shift their wealth and all to these decentralized and these alternative. और ऐसा ही with इतने सारी जो uncertainties आगे अभी traditional institutions हैं, उसकी वजह से this is one of the main factors which is fueling the growth. Another big thing which happened was Ethereum switched away from smart contracts. So what was that about? If you could share. Not smart contract, proof of work.
Yes, so proof of work से proof of stake हो गया.
हाँ.
Yes. So again, it was a big change of LA, every node. Again, I don't know if our audience would understand the technicalities of node.
Because of proof of work, the transaction fees in Ethereum was very high. Now there's a new technology fueling the transaction, which is not that compute intensive. Let's just, yeah. So,
let's just keep it like that.
हाँ, उससे क्या changes आए हैं space में?
Okay, so everything went from proof of work to proof of stake. For ones who want to dive deeper, just Google this. Proof of stake में जिसके पास ज़्यादा Ethereum होता है will be the superior in the chain. तो less compute intensive हो जाएगा. I mean, let's simplify that by saying कि everyone used to run super GPUs वाले अपने घर के अंदर setups as Ethereum के nodes. Now they are not needed. जिन्होंने लाखों खर्च किए थे अपने घर में set up those Ethereum nodes are a bit वैसे. तो it's not that they are useless. Other chains to incentivize
they can mine
computing
Bitcoin
power. हाँ, तो those लाखों के systems can be put to work on other chains as well. Say for example the 200-year storage वाला जो project की बात मैं कर रहा हूँ, उसके अंदर everyone can put their system as one of the nodes to store data on नाम बोल ही देते हैं. RV is the project का name. ARVEAVE, which is this 200-year plus storage का project in which data will be decentralized, stored in a decentralized manner. But Ethereum से कहीं और ही गाड़ी में आ गया. But this is the thing, right? कि this is the change in which इट इज सेड कि ज्यादा डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन हो रहा है, बट टेक्निकली स्टिल जिनके पास if there are other Ethereum experts or ETH maxis जिन्हें कहा जाता है, they would be able to explain this topic in a better or simpler manner. I think I have a lot of such friends. I can surely connect them with you. You can
Yeah.
call them onto the show. And I feel that they would explain this topic in a simpler manner, or I would feel the- that might be sounding a bit out of lines as of now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, one last question that I have for you is that in your LinkedIn, it showed like in your education, it showed diploma as well as BTech engineering. So why
Yeah.
how is that the case?
Okay. तो डिप्लोमा यहाँ पे होता है इन गुजरात आफ्टर 10th. Okay.
Okay,
So I did not do my 11th and 12th in a
got
traditional manner.
got.
But I was clear that I want to do something around computers.
Hmm.
Okay. So what I was suggested by someone who did 11th and 12th is
Hmm.
that don't waste your time in PCM,
Hmm.
physics, chemistry, maths. कि कंप्यूटर्स के अंदर उतना तुझे केमिस्ट्री काम नहीं आने वाला, राइट? So fortunately, there was an option of doing a diploma in computer engineering, computer science and engineering, in which we are taught physics and maths. मैंने 11th 12th का फिजिक्स और मैथ्स पढ़ा है. I did get
Hmm.
into integration, differentiation, and all
Hmm.
the calculus jazz. बट हमें उतना ही फोकस्ड सिखाया जाता है इन डिप्लोमा दैट वी बिकम अ कंप्यूटर साइंस इंजीनियर. In 3 years of diploma, we work on projects, we get into internships, and all the same things that someone who is doing 11 12 में physics chemistry maths. So मेरे friends were doing physics chemistry maths while I was actually learning what we are going to learn in degree of
Hmm.
computer engineering.
Hmm.
So this is already आप थोड़ी कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग कर ही लेते हो डिप्लोमा में,
Hmm.
which is 3 years long, and we
Okay.
get admission in degree from the second year.
Okay.
तो मेरे फ्रेंड्स जो 11th 12th करके फर्स्ट ईयर करके बैठे हैं in degree while doing bachelor's. So in that way, we are spending 2 years, 11th 12th plus 4 years की degree.
Hmm.
I am spending 3 years of diploma, 3 years of degree.
Hmm.
That way, we end at the same page after 6 years with a
Hmm.
bachelor's degree in computer science and engineering.
तो ये तो
That's the system.
काफी कूल पाथवे है लाइक जिनको लाइक क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोगों का होता है कि 11th 12th में हम क्यों पढ़ रहे हैं केमिस्ट्री क्यों पीरियोडिक टेबल
Exactly.
रट रहे हैं तो उनके लिए
Exactly.
लाइक दिस इज अ लेस टॉक्ड अबाउट पाथवे और आई थिंक इट इज
Absolutely.
एप्लीकेबल ऑल ओवर इंडिया मे बी इट इज मोर प्रोमिनेंट इन वडोदरा और गुजरात या बट ये सारे ही कंट्रीज में कॉलेजेस should accept these equivalent because they are equivalent to 11th and 12th and even first year of college. So maybe students can look into it. और क्या courses होते हैं like in diploma like what are the courses you said maths or physics के भी courses होते हैं. Are they similar to like the college first year of engineering? Okay.
Yes. Yes. Right. So exactly what you the normal 11th 12th करके जिनको फर्स्ट ईयर में ऑफ बैचलर्स में जो मिलता है वही हमें डिप्लोमा में किया करवाया जाता है. तो just without the organic chemistry and periodic table ka first,
Hmm.
we go through paths which are centered or focused onto the branch we want to go. और अभी तो फिलहाल NEP नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में काफी चेंजेस आ गए हैं
Hmm.
which are bit more आई वुड से लीनियंट.
Hmm.
क्योंकि आप 2 साल के बाद या 3 साल के बाद आपको डिप्लोमा मिल रहा है ऐसा कुछ है लाइक
Hmm.
out of the 4 years, if you drop out after the second year, you get a diploma,
Hmm.
something like that. I might have to look it up again, but
Hmm.
it's good that if you are just clear that the 2 years are fine for me and you can leave after that and you still get a diploma. I feel why wasn't that policy during our times?
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
yeah, that thing is prevalent today. The diploma degree thing is okay. There are many other diplomas branches as well. if people want to explore that. So, for example, in our college, RE engineering के diplomas were there, civil, electrical,
Hmm.
electronics, से लेके even architecture
Hmm.
for folks into art and stuff. There are diplomas for that as well. So yeah, I feel that I personally feel 6 years are too much for just at least in now in this age where accelerated learning and 6 months ke boot camps mein they are making you ready for job market. So I really doubt if someone should take 6 years of engineering for now. But if
Hmm.
you are into research and development
Huh.
and PhD folks, yes, you should do the 6 years or PhD or doctorate or thesis
Hmm.
or dissertation, which you
Hmm.
should be doing. But for the folks who are hands-on in the market or want to build cool stuff like Varun Maya, I don't think that they would ask you to go for masters or PhD, right? Because they build real world businesses. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's up to folks. But I'm fortunate enough that I got someone who went the traditional way and guided me. Okay, don't come this way, go the other way. And yeah, fortunately, I'm here today telling others to go a totally different path, not even this. But yeah, just pave your own path and make sure you're happy on it.
And all these like good institution take from the second year applications for the diploma holders. Is that the case? Like, can you go into NITs or the good institution of the countries? They do take diploma.
Yeah, so we did have did have option of giving JEE after diploma. So like most people give JEE after 12th
Hmm.
or even around 12th nowadays. अब तो लोग कब से शुरुआत कर देते हैं. तो हाँ, even we did have option of giving JEE and getting
बट
into NIT
जेईई
of
की
India.
प्रेपरेशन के लिए आप लोग इतने वेल वर्स नहीं होगे ना.
Exactly. So we did not spend time again in 11, 12th ka maths and classes, the quota factory per se. But so we are not as well versed for the IITs and
Hmm.
stuff like that. But still, some of my friends did go into IITs and IIMs for masters after even the friends who did diplomas. So after doing degrees, they give CAT
Hmm.
and get into IITs
And
and
there
IIMs for
must be
masters.
some institutions who like judge you on the basis of the percentage you made in your diplomas to get into a
Yeah,
college. So those
yeah,
institutions are something those kids can eye out on.
yeah. There are always entrance exams for good colleges and for bachelors. And so, yes, there's always some criteria to cross or check, get into that good school that you're targeting. But sometimes,
Awesome.
yes, it's definitely worth getting into such colleges. So the network, the learnings, it all makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a less talked about pathway, and students should check it out. And this is it for the conversation. It was an absolute honor to have you on. And folks who haven't checked out Technoidic Ashish, please do. His channel and all these links will be in description. And yeah,
Thank you very much, Shaurya, for having me. The questions were really well researched and in depth. And hopefully, we'll be able to dive in more details on some topics that we just touched upon the from
या
bird's eye view.
ऑसम फॉर श्योर और अभी तक चैनल को देख लिया है इस वीडियो को देख रहे हो तो चैनल को भी इसको भी सब्सक्राइब कर लो एंड आई विल सी यू पीस आई थिंक वी कैन एंड इट या अमेजिंग मैन वी कैन अगेन डू दैट maybe
Absolutely.
sometime in future awesome conversing yeah.
Likewise, and I would like to know more about you, man. What are you up to?
Yeah, I'm actually, if you checked out even थोड़ा सा the YouTube channel, तो वो BS data science से भरा पड़ा है क्योंकि उससे views आते हैं. So yeah, I'm doing,
Okay,
हाँ, so I'm doing the ITM BS data science, the online 4-year course. So yeah, that is the main thing, and I'm super into AI. So yeah,
Okay.
that's what.
You're building something, working on something.
No, I'm currently still learning machine learning. So that's what I'm learning about YouTube and the thumbnails and CTR and कैसे edit करना है. तो that is my
Wow.
main focus right
Okay.
now. So yeah, that's what it is about.
Okay. Could you walk me through your day? Like this seems like really interesting story.
So right now my day is very basic. Like I should be focusing more on my studies, like my ITM base, because it's a pretty intensive course. Like it has monthly exams and shit. So
Whoa.
yeah. So I should be on an ideal day studying 2-3 hours. But right now what I do is like I make videos, I make podcast, and like I'm uploading daily from the past 2 weeks and so, and like the channel is काफी ज़्यादा ग्रोथ आ रही है उधर, like 100 सब्सक्राइबर्स आ जाते हैं रोज के. तो like that's what I'm.
मैं देख रहा हूँ.
हाँ, तो that is what I'm mainly focusing on. So
I'm really good. Like when you nailed firstly, your channel was on 1.99k subs, and दूसरे दिन मैं देख रहा हूँ 2.01k. I was like, what is this guy doing, man? Like, कैसे इतना growth?
yeah, those ITM videos get huge amount of views. So that's the. पहले मैं बहुत एआई और डीप लर्निंग की वीडियोस बनाता था, बट दे डोंट गेट शिट व्यूज. और इधर
Okay.
इधर any video you make, it gets 1k plus for sure. So
Oh, bhai. Wow, that's good.
so
Okay, good for you, man.
yeah, that is what is up.
Awesome. Wow. And you are in first year, second year.
Yeah, first year अभी खत्म होने वाला है बस.
Hey, yeah. Wow. Awesome, man. Keep up the good work.
Thanks. And
Wow.
you're super cool to talk to, man. Like I learned so much about these bounties and the DAO stuff I did not know. So yeah, man. Great.
Yeah. You create good videos. So, yeah, even you are most welcome to submit any bounties and stuff.
I
So,
can
yeah,
look into
if
that
you need any help, let me know. Yeah, do reach out.
for sure. For sure.
Wow. It was nice talking to you as well. Like, you already knew so much in depth about the topics I was just touching upon. So, that was really appealing. That is nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
थोड़ा सा पढ़ लिया था मैंने, आपकी लिंक्डइन भी देख ली थी ढंग से.
Oh, hi. बढ़िया. बढ़िया.
हाँ.
Okay. I do really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate
Awesome.
it. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Take care.